If you shop on Amazon and do the Amazon Influencer Program, you need to watch this video. One of the quickest ways to increase your commissions is to buy things strategically that you were already going to buy on Amazon. In today's video, I am going to show you exactly how I go about the process. I'm going to pretend I need a pool filter or a pool vacuum. I'm going to show you exactly what I consider. One was super risky, one was kind of on the fence, and then one was the safe one. I break down all that for you and all the tools I use. Enjoy the video. Let's go to the computer. All right, so let's get paid to shop here. So I'm going to pretend I am buying a pool vacuum, and I'm going to figure out which would be the best pool vacuum to buy. This is what I do, product research. I use SellerAmp to collect all the data, get it in a spreadsheet. I put some notes over here, what I'm looking at, and I have a running tally. Also, if you want to see how else I use SellerAmp, there's a free guide down below. You just click the link. You don't even need to opt in or anything like that. We're also going to be using a tool called ViralView, as well as Keepa and Oink. You don't need to use any of these. This is just what I use and how I do product research. So one of the things about product research, this is a great way. Everything I buy, I do this because I need it anyway. I might as well find a great Amazon influencer campaign to get paid on as well. So what we're going to do here, typed in pool vacuum. A lot of people think, just a pool vacuum. There's so many different angles here. You got an above ground pool vacuum. They have robots. They have all sorts of stuff. So you could focus niche specific. So if you have an above ground pool, maybe you're just looking for that. I would type that in. But I always start broad and then figure out what I want. So basically what we could do right over here, you could scroll through. So this is going to be ViralView. This is SellerAmp right over here. And I'm going to show you how I use SellerAmp in just a second. So what we're going to do here, we're just going to hit this V button right over here. We're going to sort Creator Connections, and it's going to bring up everything in Creator Connections and some of the sales. And then what I'm going to do here, we're going to open all of these up. That's the same one. Actually, we can look at some of the same ones. And this one, we're going to start with these 5. I did no pre-work for this, so I wanted to kind of be super random and like have things pop up and kind of walk you through them as they pop up. So this is what a listing will look like. This is ViralView right over here. This is Oink. This is SellerAmp. So SellerAmp could show me kind of BSR. I really like SellerAmp for like how often is this out of stock, because if I'm buying something, it better be in stock because I need to make commission on it. If it's out of stock, I can't make commission. And then this right over here is going to be Keepa. So what we're kind of looking for here is at least 500 sales per month. That's what I'm looking for. This one says unknown. That means it's selling under 100. So this is going to be a bad one right off the bat. We're looking whether or not we can make a better video than them. We need 60 to 90 days in the Creator Connections campaign. And it needs to have a upper carousel. So this one is out right off the bat. Probably could have vetted that better just looking at that. So, all right, this one right over here, we have 900 sales right over here. This one has 47 influencer videos. I'm not super concerned with how many influencer videos are actually on the carousel, because if you can make a better video, that's all that matters. The percentage Creator Connections, if we click this campaign ends in 7 days. That's a bummer. If this is a good product, I'm going to tell you what I would do with that. You'll see right here, Oink kind of says how many days are left as well. So what you would do here, first thing I would do is I have a note. I use the SellerAmp notes right over here. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do in a second. So we go over here. First thing I want to do is I want to open this carousel right over here. This is your upper carousel. Pretty competitive right off the bat. I could just see right away. We got a 15-minute video off the bat, a 26-minute video, a comparison video over here. So these are all comparison videos right over here. These are going to be really hard to beat. Now, is it possible to beat one of these videos? Sure. But for someone like me, that's really not something I'm trying to do. So I would kind of pass on this. You'll see 2 people are holding the top carousel. another 2 down here, and then this person right over here. These would look just from the, I could just tell, I've looked at
So when
thousands
you
of
think
videos.
BeatBot, you think high-end,
You could
expensive
see
cleaners, but things are
exactly what they're doing. They're outside, they're in a pool. We're looking for stuff where people are just like made a review, like an unboxing video. So this one right over here, let's just pretend this one was good. What I would do here, I'd come over here. I would say, can make a better video. We're just making pretend. Good amount of time left in CC. And then I like to see, so this is $450. So I'm going to pull up Oink right over here, and it's going to tell me how much I'm going to make. So it looks like it's $85 that I'm going to make on this. So now, like, in my head, I'm like, how much do I need to sell to break even? I usually don't do these high ticket items. So we're going to do 449 divided by 85. You need to sell about 6 of these to break even. So need to sell 6 to break even. Can make a better video. So for this one, I'd be only 7 days left in CC. See if it renews. So if this was one I think I could compete on, I would just put that note here because I'm going to check this back in 7 days. And I'm going to hit this. I'm going to hit this demo button right over here because this is going to take us to our spreadsheet for this. And then that goes, it's going to sync right into there in just a second. That's my fault. It should go in this one right over here. If you make a mistake, it doesn't matter. It just goes into another sheet. So you'll see it's right here. These are my notes. I have the day of it and only 7 days left. So I know to check that. So this sheet, I basically compile this sheet and then eventually pick the best one. So this one's super competitive. This one, let's see what this one's all about. This one only has 50 sales. Jeez. So I'm not going to go there. Another thing I forgot with this one, I kind of use Keepa2 to kind of see the listing history down there to see how many days. This one only has 88 days. This thing is really popping off. All right, this one. Okay, 393 days. I kind of like that one a little better. This one only has 50 sales per month, which seems weird to me. I don't know. Let's look at this one over here. And this is kind of normal product research, right? Sometimes you see a lot of good stuff. Sometimes you don't. It just takes time. This one has 118 days on it. Let's kind of take a look. I'm kind of looking for at least 90-ish days, preferably 180. The longer, the better, really. All right, so we kind of see the same people are on these right over here. We have long videos right over here. It looks like they are comparison videos. These videos are probably going to be hard to beat. This one right over here, there could be some opportunity here.
This is the IP here.
This actually looks pretty, let's see. So like something like this is actually a great example, unless did he put this in the pool? You want to see them actually like use the video.
Right now we're going to put it to the test and we're going to see how well.
All right, so that's good. Usually sometimes you'll see something and they're just talking about the product on a table, and that's an easier video to beat. Let's keep going here. That has 889. All right, these are some heavier sellers right over here. So let's open up these guys. Let's close these real quick. And this is exactly how it goes. If I was buying a vacuum, I would just be going through these. You can do this just at like nighttime, watch TV, whatever you're doing. You can see these are some of the bigger ones here. These are going to be hard to compete on. I don't know if we will find one, but this is kind of what product research is. Sometimes maybe this isn't the category for you. If you have to buy one anyway, maybe I'll do a recommendation on which one I would buy out of all of them if I had to do it. All right. So this one right over here, literally just going to just pop this up right over here. All right. Okay, so maybe could be a good one. So we got a 48-second video, a 153, 285, and obviously, like, it's not just about the length, but on like a pool vacuum, like, there's a lot to explain, a lot to set up. So I would just kind of imagine those videos would be a little longer. So before we watch them, I'm going to come down here. We got 953 days. Great history on this one. Like that a lot. It's 58.99. I'm guessing a lot of people, it has 89 videos. It has 10,000 sales a month. I use SellerAmp to verify this. And we got 38 days left in the campaign. Not ideal. So let's take a look at this. We got 37 days. We already know that. Let's take a look at the videos and see if we could kind of see this. All right, so first up, right over here, this person is not even in a pool. So this is kind of crazy that this is even on the carousel, but you never know. So I would consider I could beat that one right over here. I want to review
this cordless handheld vacuum.
This person's doing a hot tub. I mean, I don't know.
I have 3.
This is a comparison video, so this is going to be a pretty good video in my opinion. And sometimes they don't have to be super long, especially if you're just kind of going over the basics. Some of those other videos were super long. Obviously, this product could be different. The pool vacuum robots are a little bit more in depth, so maybe it only takes 4 minutes to do something like this. So that's just something to note as well. And obviously, they're demoing this well, so that'd be a harder video to beat. But knowing that this video is on the carousel, this is like a hot tub video. Let's see this.
Here is one of the
All right, so they're actually doing it. So there's a couple people on the carousel that are not really vacuuming an actual pool. So I would see opportunity in that. I would add this to the sheets over here. Can make a better video. Decent videos, but think I can grab a spot. Only 37 days left. Good history. So that would be my note for this one right over here. And this is, you're going to be making $7.67. I just like to round up, so we need to about sell 10. Sell 10 to break even. So we're pretending we have to buy something today. So this would be, so far, this is the winner of what we'd be buying. Sometimes, there isn't, a clear cut, this is amazing, especially if you have to buy it anyway. So you just got to go with the best one. And I'm guessing if this is in Creator Connections and it's been on here for, 953 days, they might renew the campaign. Let's take a look at this one right over here. All right. 8,000 sales a month. Crazy volume. Let's go down to SellerAmp. This thing is in stock usually, so that is a good sign. I would just kind of go straight to the videos. Keepa looks like over 1,000 days. That's great. All right. Average length of these videos about 4 minutes. You could see that the other one was an above ground as well. So maybe that's all it takes for these. All right. 773 233. All right, let's see.
All right, today I'm going to give you my opinion on this pool. It does have a fail deep.
So what we're kind of really looking for, obviously this is a decent demo right over here.
So
That's kind of cool. They got the underwater thing going right over there.
Hey guys, in today's video.
So these videos are solid. I mean, it just depends. Let's see how many usually. So it was 93. I put pretty much everything in the sheet and then kind of read the notes and then decide. Decent videos. Good history. Let's see here. 37 days left in the campaign. Campaign could be decent option. just going to hit save on this, and then we're going to add that to the sheet, and then we're going to kind of just look at 2 more, and then we'll kind of go from there. All right, 5,000 sales, CC 37 days. It's the same. Yeah, this is the same brand. So they must have different vacuums. All right. Another option for this is you could buy both vacuums and do a comparison video. That could be different. So on this one over here, there are no comparison videos on here. So that could be differentiator comparison. That could get you on the carousel. So that would be a more valuable video. We'll have to, a lot of the other earlier ones did have that. All right, here we go. We got 8, 230, 2. Let's see here.
Hi everyone, I received this handheld.
All right. So you got like a demo. They're putting it together.
Hey everyone, today I'm showing off this steps because
This one has 27 thumbs up. This is obviously the best video on this carousel, it looks like.
I'm going to be going over that.
This person's comparing 3 different ones. So there is a compare video on here.
A big thank you to this company for...
Let's see if this person goes outside. All right, so this is something we're looking for. I'm not saying this is a bad video. I didn't watch it totally, but this one is not outside. They're not cleaning their pool. So for this one right over here, this would be probably like a good one to compete on for sure. While there is this good video right over here, there is a video in the carousel that is not actually using the product. I mean, some people want to see like an unboxing video. So for this one, it's $129. Let's see what we got going on here. 37 days left. And then we have making $16 on this. So don't have to sell that many to break even. And then we're going to look at history. 475. All right. So for this, only 37 days left. Good history. Decent videos. One video isn't cleaning pool. Could probably get on. We'll just look at one last one. So that's kind of my note for that one right over there. And I'm not like making fun of anyone or anything for the videos. This is just what I would be doing. I said, all right, like, if I need this, I would make a better video. I think that listing has the most potential for that. All right, this one, selling 1,000 per month. 72 days, that would be a little too, I'd kind of probably pass on that. This would be a little riskier. Let's take a look. All right, 13. This is interesting, probably because it's a newer listing. There's only 5 videos on this. This is a very interesting one. This could go either way. I mean, it doesn't have a ton of history right over here. Oh, man, this is a tough one. You'd be making 38. Let's see what this is. Lots of campaigns on this. Very long times right over here. This goes till February 2027. All right. Let's take a quick look. So this one is going to be hard to beat. This guy makes videos for all of them. This one that's custom reviews. It almost looks like the brand has 3. This is what's showing. And there's these 2 other ones. There are plenty of spots on this carousel. This one is a little riskier though, because this has only been live on Amazon for 72 days. So you run the risk of getting this and then the company like no longer sells it or it doesn't work for whatever reason, and then the campaign ends. Just because it has a long end date does not mean the product will continue to sell. Oof, this is a kind of a tough one here. What is the commission on this? 10%. So be making $38. You got to sell probably like 8 of these. This is out of stock 20% of the time. Don't love that. All right, this would be a risky one. I'm gonna just put this in. One good video. The other two are bad. And there's a spot for me. Only 79 days of history, though. History. So that's kind of, we're going to save that. And then we're going to put this to the list. So now what I would basically do, I would go back to my spreadsheet right over here, kind of go through my notes and see which one were, like, what's the best one. So I would say, that's why I capture the link right over here. So I can open these back up and kind of go through which one I would want to do. Then I'll take a little bit of a closer look. I think this one. Yes, open. So if I had to buy one, it'd be between these three right over here. So it just depends on kind of your risk tolerance. Honestly, that one that had the 79 days, oh man, or 72 days, the review count is going up on this. If you needed it anyway, I might just take the shot on this. Just because this has the most potential. You could be the first, you could be basically the second video on the carousel using this. If you wanted something more stable, I would probably go with, which one is this? This is 2D. And this one, this would be Z1. Good history. So I just kind of read back through this. 37 days, good history, decent video. One video isn't cleaning the pool. This one right over here. So I'd probably actually go with this one right over here. Just because it seems like you could grab a spot just by literally cleaning your pool and making a halfway decent video. Obviously, we can't see all the videos that are on there, but that is what's on the top carousel. So my two picks, if I was being like super risky, I would go with this one right over here. Or, you know, this actually one is more expensive. So you'd be making more commission on this one. And there are spots on the carousel for you, which is pretty important. The 79 days or 72 days kind of has me, but I don't know if I needed it anyway. I think there would be plenty of time if it continues to sell. It also has the longest campaign length, which I like if it continues to sell. So this would be the one. If you wanted to be on the more safer side, this would be the one that didn't have a video vacuum in the pool. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Give this video a like. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.